And I've seen some people as young as, I would say, probably 16, 17 years old. I have been in a crack house on occasion where a young girl came in with her father, and she couldn't have been no more than 16, 17 years old. And she says, no, Daddy, it's my turn to buy. I've been in a crack house where I saw a girl in a Catholic school uniform come in, and she couldn't have been no more than 16 or 17 years old. And she bought some cracks and left. And she didn't even go home and change clothes first, so he didn't even send someone else for her. She came herself. I've seen telephone repairmen, equipment and all, in crack houses. I've seen security guards in crack houses. I've seen transit workers in uniform in crack houses. And I guess it disturbs them not to be there because they are there sitting, smoking away. I've seen people come from New Jersey, go to a crack house, gas tank on empty, and can't even get home. I've seen people go to lunch and never go back to work. I personally have smoked crack in Harlem Hospital in the ladies' room with a girlfriend of mine who used to work there. I've seen women who will come to a crack house with their children and have them wait outside, 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Have the children wait outside?
Wait outside. Children 4, 5, and 6 years old are standing outside waiting for their mothers, and their mothers are inside smoking on this crack. I've seen a girl one day brought her baby to the crack house, and she was in such a rush to get high that she couldn't wait 20 minutes to cash her check. She pawned her child to the crack man and says, please give me a dime. I'll be back in 20 minutes, hold my baby.
Pawned her child?
Yes, for $10.
Bob. Today, we're going to be reacting to Today we're going to be reacting to an intelligent crack user in the 1980s, and that's like an epic. I don't know if y'all ever seen like Franklin and what's it called, Snowfall, where they like really started like, where the crack scene started like really booming and popping. Oh, y'all can't even see the screen. But yeah, when the crack scene was really booming, really popping, like that was the thing. Like it was crack cocaine in the 80s. Let's get it.
The reason I called you was I felt that the story of crack had to be told in such a way that people would see its effect, its devastating effects on the young people of our communities. My own personal experience with crack has been one of, how could I say, complete madness. My first 9 months in using crack, I spent over $50,000, which included...
Say that again, please.
My first 9 months of involvement with crack, I've spent over $50,000.
$50,000?
$50,000.
Where did you get this kind of money from?
Spent over $50,000. My first 9 months of involvement with crack, I've spent over $50,000.
$50,000?
$50,000.
Where did you get this kind of money from?
Well, some of it was money that I had saved up. I was currently working as an engineer for a communications firm, earning $35,000 a year. I would spend my entire paycheck in one night on crack. So after my pay was gone, I would go to the bank and I started to deplete my savings.
Who turned you on to crack?
An old girlfriend of mine, one evening, had invited me to take a ride with her. And we did so. And she bought some crack. And we went back to her place, and she began to smoke and asked me if I wanted to try it. So at first I was a little bit reluctant, but then I said, all right, well, I'll give it a try. And my very first night, I believe I spent $60. The next morning, I was at the bank's door before it opened, and I spent another $400.
Tell me what it was like, that first blast.
It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. It's really, there's not even any words really to describe it. It's a feeling so...
And before... And... let him talk, and then after I'm going to say my piece.
On crack. So after my pay was gone, I would go to the bank and I started to deplete my savings.
Who turned you on to crack?
An old girlfriend of mine, one evening, had invited me to take a ride with her. And we did so. And she bought some crack. And we went back to her place, and she began to smoke and asked me if I wanted to try it. So at first I was a little bit reluctant, but then I said, all right, well, I'll give it a try. And my very first night, I believe I spent $60. The next morning, I was at the bank's door before it opened, and I spent another $400.
Tell me what it was like, that first blast.
It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. It's really, there's not even any words really to describe it. It's a feeling so intense and so pleasurable that I've seen it cause people to spend their last penny. I've seen people spend their rent money, their food money.
Yeah, before we get into how good of a feeling that crack can be, then we have to actually first address the fact that we tend to demonize, vilify, and make all these people, especially like we live in crackheads and like druggies and all these kinds of stuff, when in reality, this is what a crackhead looks like. This is what those type of people look like and act like and feel like. Now, the reason why we're more likely or more able to align with what he's saying and understand and have that empathy and sympathy for him is because of the fact that he looks more put together, and we're just more likely to hear people out that are like that. However, a lot of these people that are on these drugs have the same sentiments. It's that they were looking for this high, they were looking for an escape, and maybe someone, like he was saying, his girlfriend, or someone is able to provide that escape for them, they are going to take it. Any human being is going to take it. We all have vices, whether that be some people like to gamble, some people like to drink, some people like to party, some people like to sleep with women. It's a whole bunch of stuff. We all have something that we do that maybe is taken away from what is going to make us the greatest person that we possibly can be. And his thing is crack. And if we were to acknowledge that fact and be able to like try and help him, then it would be better than saying that, oh yeah, he's just a filthy crackhead, leave him on the street, because that's not helping nobody. He's just gonna find his way to get money, he's gonna find his way to get his fix, when in reality all he needs is some guidance, some love, some help, some support, and that will fix him up, put him back on his feet. And we would be better in the community if we just were to start strengthening and bolstering a community of love, and not a community of love, guidance, and humility, instead of like having this pride in our heart, talking about, oh, I'm not gonna help him. Like, what would I look like if I helped if a person like that? How would someone look at me? It's the Good Samaritan idea all over again. Like, if you want to help a person that's bleeding out, your shirt is going to have to get bloody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to help these type of people, if you really want to fix the community, our communities that are struggling and suffering so bad with all these things like crack and addiction and all this kind of stuff, like, it's really gonna have to be grassroots, and we're gonna have to be boots on the ground really helping these people. And I'm trying to get this platform so that I'm able to do that for these people, because they don't have a voice. They don't. And no one's going to take them seriously unless they got someone, maybe like a spokesperson like him that's speaking in that video right now, that's so eloquent, but they don't have that all the time. And I'm not just speaking for crackheads, like, I'm speaking about like the community, like my community. You feel me? And whomever aligns with the shared values and views that we do have as a society, and about strengthening our said society. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's hear how good crack is.
Yeah, they're everything.
You mean from that first time you were gone?
Yes. That first hit, to me, was so immense and so unlike anything I'd ever had in my life that I just had to try it again.
Had you ever had any involvement with drugs leading up to then?
Well, having lived in California for a few years and having been with the Hollywood set, I had tried cocaine on occasion. And crack is something that will cause you to put cocaine down. Crack is so much more of a high to it, so much more of a rush, that most people who start using crack usually stop sniffing cocaine.
You make a big distinction between crack and cocaine, don't you?
So to speak. They're really the same drug, but it's how it's administered. Cocaine being sniffed and entering the blood system through the nasal and mucous membranes of the nose. Crack is smoke inhaled into the lungs, and therefore in 5 to 10 seconds causes an immense rush to the head.
You say the Hollywood set. Without naming names, what kind of scene did you get into out there?
Well, I attended parties in Hollywood where cocaine was passed around in bowls like they were hors d'oeuvres. They were all kinds of different brands of marijuana, reefers, whatever you want to call them, in 5-pound cigar boxes. And it was just like you were at a party, but the hors d'oeuvres were drugs.
These are actors and actresses?
Yes.
Names? Some named people?
Some named people. Some top-rated shows.
And you just dived right into this whole set?
Well, not really. I just kind of eased into it. And once you do, it was the in thing to do. And all of Hollywood was ablaze with it. So if you didn't, you were more of an outcast, I guess, than if you did.
And then you came back east.
I came back east.
Still hadn't heard about crack yet.
Still hadn't heard about crack yet. I think Richard Pryor's experience was really opened up a lot of people's eyes to what freebasing was all about. And crack is more so a marketing technique by the pushers. They package it pretty well these days, and it makes it a little bit more appealing. But it's basically the same thing.
I don't know if y'all seen like TV shows, but like they were really selling crack out of like ice cream trucks. Like it's the same way that it attacks your mind. Like, you know, them vapes attack your mind because they have all these pretty colors and cool flavors. They got a crack in the Tootsie Pop. Oh my gosh! Like, what type of? Well, I don't think there's crack flavors. Maybe they do have crack flavors because you could put stuff like inside of the thing that you're smoking. So, what kind of flavor am I gonna get next? It adds that even gambling type of thing. Like, oh, how much? Because like I don't even think they cut. Maybe they cut and measure it correctly. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. But yeah, how much am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? What bag is it gonna come in? Oh, what's it gonna look like? Oh, where's the dealer gonna be hiding? It's all this stuff that like attacks your brain. Like, we all are susceptible to this. People gotta understand that. And once we understand that this can happen to all of us, then we're gonna really fight for this to not happen to any of us. It's that simple.
And so you say that after that first night of $60, you went back to the bank the next morning, got
the next morning, spent another $400, and my checking account was consistently overdrawn. I would go to the cash machine and take out my maximum for the day, and I would go to the bank and cash a check against money that the bank thought I still had, and my account was constantly overdrawn, and it stayed that way. I'm self-employed now because I've been unable to hold a job. I recently had a job that was paying me $33,000 a year, and it lasted 2 weeks. My first 2 weeks.
Wait a minute. Tell me what happened with this job.
Well, I reported to work on Monday. On Tuesday, I made a mistake of stopping at the crack house before I went to work. So I was absent Tuesday. I was absent Wednesday. I figured, well, I better shape up or I won't be here much longer. So Thursday and Friday, I went to work. The following Monday...
Man, this shit's so sinister, man. And it's like, the people that are selling it, it's like, where's y'all humanity, bro? Like, you can see this guy coming, probably scratching his neck, doing all this stuff. Like, I understand get your money, but I never understood get your money at the expense of others. Like, we have to have this code and this principle that we don't do that kind of stuff. Like, we can see that people's houses, like, they losing their houses. Like, you can see it in front of your eyes. Like, especially because you're the dealer and you're probably like the only dealer in that neighborhood, like only dealer in the hood. You can see somebody, you can genuinely see somebody's life go from like whatever he had, like he was with celebrities and doing cocaine with them and getting it like it's hors d'oeuvres, to being a bum, like overdrafting his accounts, not being able to even afford his own home or anything like that, like can't even get a loan from the bank, and you're still feeding him crack. It's like, bro, like you gotta figure something out internally, man, because that shit's just not right at all. Sorry.
After a short job I had to do, I said, well, I'll stop for a minute and I'll get one and I'll go back to work. I didn't get back to work till Wednesday. So of course by Wednesday it's and Friday was my last day.
And this was a $35,000 a year job.
Yes.
With an expense account?
Yes.
car,
Yes,
and you just blew it.
just like that.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I have a portable skill which I could go out tomorrow and get another job if I wanted to.
What
I
is
feel
that?
bad about it. Well, I'm into electronics and telecommunications, and
That's fire.
I've been in the
80s, I'm
telecommunications industry about 9 years now. So when I'm not working full-time for an employer, I work for myself, doing consulting and other jobs, installation.
What specific skill do you have in telecommunications? What do you do?
Well, I'm trained as what they call a switchman. I oversee telephone company electric offices, well, switching systems. When you pick up your telephone and make a phone call, it goes to a central office at the phone company. Well, that piece of equipment at the phone company that does all the switching of these telephone calls is which I maintain. Mm-hmm. The person who tries to work and maintain themselves with a situation such as crack, the two just don't mix. It's like water and oil.
Am I to conclude that you're finished with it?
No, don't conclude that.
Oh my goodness.
I probably now, on the average, spend $100 a day.
It's about
Now, on the average, spend $100 a day.
It's about 2 o'clock now. Have you had any today?
Not yet. But
Yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
But you can believe when I leave here, it's probably my next stop.
Now, you're a well-educated man. You have some experience in engineering.
Yes.
You have earning power, obviously.
Right.
Why would you be fooling with this stuff? You can stand by and see what's happening to your own life.
Now, I want you to listen carefully to what he says, because it's going to really put it in a perspective of everyone else that's not able to articulate themselves the same way he is. So listen carefully.
I used to say the same thing. I used to witness people, and even people who were close to me, have their lives destroyed by it. And I used to witness people sit in these places and spend their last penny. And I say to them, how could you do such a thing, But once you have tried it, you become the anchor banker, you understand. It's that much of a feeling or a sensation that it has wrecked lives, careers, broken up homes. It's just something you can't really describe.
What kind of shape is your life in now?
Well, I've been a little bit more fortunate than most that I have a roof over my head. Some people who are into crack usually pay their rent months in advance so they don't get evicted, the smart ones, because believe me, bro, tell me that it's not the best feeling they've ever had.
You love it, don't you?
Well, I don't know if I'd say I'd love it, but
well, if it's the best feeling you've ever had, you know what most people automatically think.
Right.
And it's better than that?
Yes. It's better than that.
Then you must love it.
It's nice.
Now, I'm going to come down hard on you. Crack has made you its punk, hasn't it? It's got you running. It's got your nose open.
Right.
And it's your master.
Yeah.
You admit that, just like that.
Sure. Some people won't. I know a lot of people who are undercover crack users or in the closet, but I have no qualms about saying that.
Do you know anybody who uses crack and controls crack rather than vice versa?
No. Crack is the boss. They will make you crack up. Crack is the boss. When you take that hit, that second voice that starts talking to you is now in control. You're not yourself anymore.
You get up in the morning and that's the first thing you think about?
Sometimes I dream about it.
In going to these crack houses, you've probably seen some horror stories. You probably have a whole list of them, don't you?
Well, unfortunately, I do. And I've seen some people as young as, I would say, probably 16, 17 years old. I have been in a crack house on occasion where a young girl came in with her father, and she couldn't have been no more than 16, 17 years old. And she says, no, Daddy, it's my turn to buy. I've been in a crack house where I saw a girl in a Catholic school uniform come in, and she couldn't have been no more than 16 or 17 years old. And she bought some cracks and left. And she didn't even go home and change clothes first, or even send someone else for her. She came herself. I've seen telephone repairmen, equipment and all, in crack houses. I've seen security guards in crack houses. I've seen transit workers in uniform in crack houses. And I guess it disturbs them not to be there because they are there sitting, smoking away. I've seen people come from New Jersey, go to a crack house, gas tank on empty, and can't even get home. I've seen people go to lunch and never go back to work. I personally have smoked crack in Harlem Hospital in the ladies' room with a girlfriend of mine who used to work there. I've seen women who will come to a crack house with their children and have them wait outside, 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Have the children wait outside?
Wait outside. Children 4, 5, and 6 years old are standing outside waiting for their mothers, and their mothers are inside smoking on this crack. I've seen a girl one day brought her baby to the crack house, and she was in such a rush to get high that she couldn't wait 20 minutes to cash her check. She pawned her child to the crack man and says, "Please give me a dime. I'll be back in 20 minutes, hold my baby."
Pawned her child?
Yes, for $10.
Bob Williams died not long after the interview I did with him.
No, shut up. What the heck? Oh, man, I was gonna be like, yo, what happened to him? Like, what happened to him after? That man OD'd, bro. What the flip, man? I just can't. Like, there's no way. No, listen. There is no way you need to support your family that much that you're willing to ruin the lives of hundreds, like tens of hundreds of people. Don't sell crack, man. Don't smoke crack. Don't sell crack. And then after, people gonna run the argument like, oh, but if I'm not selling it, someone else gonna do it. Man, this hurt. Like, this hurt the vibe a little bit. Like, I can't even.